Good day, hi and welcome. Oh, okay. Oh, enough with this doom damp weather. Oh boy. Just to do that. Alright. Well, at least I have Saturday off. Wait a minute. It's Saturday. Dang! Oh, I almost made it to 8 o'clock. And then I looked at my clock. It's like 5 minutes to 8. You know, like I'm still kind of like half asleep or whatever. And I'm like, good. I guess I get to sleep in today. Ring! It's like, like I literally thought that. It's like, I am a cursed man. I am very cursed. Actually, I am kind of cursed. Okay, guys. Disaster. This was the worst disaster that ever disastered. Like, I could do a much better disaster than that disaster, but I'm just saying this disaster was so disaster. I don't know. I'd never do that disaster, but I do it. But if I did do a disaster, I'd do a better one. Okay, so anyway, 8-string guitar got played live for the first time last night. How did it go? Disaster. Well, rookie mistake disaster. Okay, so yesterday I worked my ass off, right, like I normally do, and I am so stiff and sore. There's a white 2 cats. Where all the cats come from? I guess, yeah, my brother has like 1 stray cat around there, and that was like 10. But anyway, I'm all excited. I've been like kind of dreaming of playing this guitar live for a long time, right? Probably since the day I bought it, which pretty much since the day I bought it, which was almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years ago next month. Anyhow, long story short, they had the jam night last night, and it's the people right here on the corner that host it, right? Make sure I got everything I need. I'm not even awake yet. I shouldn't be on the road. He's like, hey Reg, you want to meet me at my place? I got something for you to cut in half for me with the chainsaw, and I'll pay you. Like, oh yeah, I'll be there. But oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm good. I'm organized. The store isn't open, so I gotta go get my provisions. Though that's rule number 1. Like, gotta get my provisions before I can function. Anyway, so I bring out the 8-string guitar. It's been wet and raining and cold, like really, it was really cold on Monday, like freezing cold. And it's been wet and damp all week, so obviously my back has been killing me and all my joints. So I must have like arthritis. How bad, I don't know, but when it's damp and wet, my dad's pretty like stiff and hobbled up, and then you know, from his arthritis, so I'm like mirroring that, so it's like that must be what it must be, you know. Anyway, long story short, I get to the jam night. There was only like a handful of people there, and I'm like, oh, this isn't going to be the crowd for the 8-string. So I knew I wasn't going to be hitting them with the Nightwish and the Elvedi. Although Elvedi just put out a new song last night, and and or whatever, it's the name of their new album, which is just absolutely fantastic if you're into folk death metal like I am. I think they're my favorite band. Like, they are just so good. Like, any song I listen to of them, I can listen to over and over and over again. Like, it's just, you get some bands that are like that. They're just so good. And then, of course, Fabi Ernie, I think she's my favorite female singer for sure. Like, yeah, she's like awesome. Like, she's so good. And the way her and Kriegel like sing together, he sings like the death metal vocal while she's singing these gorgeous, clear lines. Oh yeah, like, master class. And then you got a hurdy-gurdy in there and a violin and you know, like a flute. Imagine that. It's like, what do you do? I'm in a death metal band. Oh yeah, what instrument? The flute. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, there's harps in there. There's like, it's a full range of folk instruments. It's really cool. Bagpipes, everything. It's a 9-piece band. But anyway, so I wasn't gonna hit them with the Elvedi anyway. This was more of like, they play everything well. This couple, they play everything well, but they don't play anything newer than 1954, right? So it's like nothing wrong with that. It's just, when you want to hit them with modern stuff, you kind of need the right, you know, at least a little bit of a younger audience there. And this was all like, there was only like 4 or 5 people. But it's like the audience, they just weren't going to be doing that. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just do an improvised jam with them, right? There was a guy with an acoustic guitar. He had a really nice acoustic guitar. It was made in South Korea. I forget what it was called, but a beautiful guitar. Anyway, acoustic guitar. He got up and he played singing. Guitar Guy was there and he was rocking it out and he was sounding really good. And I was like, I met Guitar Guy a few times. His name is Guy, but because he has a guitar, they call him Guitar Guy, right? And I'm like, well, maybe I'll give Guy something to solo over, right? With his nice 1972 Stratocaster that he has. Great sounding guitar, right? And everybody was sounding really good, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll keep it real easy, just 3 chords. I said, you want major or minor? And they're like, well, what do you mean? I said, I'll give you 3 minor chords or 3 major chords. What would you like? And they said, it doesn't matter. I said, well, we'll do both. I said, what I'll do is, just so you could, you know, get an, because Guy, he plays like old time, you know, country and you know, some blues stuff and stuff. So he's always in the major chords, right? So I'll give him a taste of what it's like to solo over minor chords, right? And the other guy, I said, okay, D minor, A minor, E flat, or E minor, your choice. Doesn't really matter. You know, it's going to work. And I played it. They did seem to have it together. I was like, okay, they're a little out, but that's okay. No problem. And then the second one, I said, okay, C, D, G. And I started playing, and it's like, okay, this is definitely something's out. Like, how do you not get, like, all these every song these guys play, there's a C chord in there. How are these guys not getting it? And then I go to Guy, and Guy's like, something's not right here. So I said, okay. And he goes, I go, give me your A. He asked me if I was tuned. I said, yeah, I'm tuned to 440. He goes, I go, give me your A, just to prove it to him. Well, who was stupid that night? This guy. Why? Rookie mistake. My guitar was like not quite a half step out of tune to the flat, right? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, I felt like such a noob. Like, it was like, oh. And he's like, you're supposed to be tuned to 440 when you show up for everybody, you know. I know. I said, I know you're right. I said, my bad. But I got home from work and I just grabbed the guitar thinking it was still in tune. So never assume your guitar's in the proper tuning, especially one of my guitars, because I could grab something that could be in drop C, could be drop G, or open G, it could be in DAD-GAD tuning, it could be drop D tuning, it could be D standard, it could be in standard tuning. like I got 10 guitars and I don't think any 2 of them are tuned the same. So that was my bad. So I dillied it a little bit with just the drummer and I, and you know, it was like, well, the awe and wonder of the 8-string I didn't get to impress, you know, like, so I was like, okay, well, I only played for maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Better luck next time. I wasn't going to sit there and try to tune the thing for half an hour, so it's like, okay, well, and there was only like 4 people there anyway, so I was like, well, okay, well, I'll wait till a different crowd. But I was kind of a little disappointed that I didn't have it in tune, because it's like, I was sure I did. You know what I mean? I've been hammering on the thing all week, but one thing with these, when you put like new strings on a guitar, they do stretch, right? And I haven't been playing the 8-string a lot up until last week, which the strings I put on, I guess, a month ago or whatever. But I think I only have 2 guitars now that I have to put 3 guitars that I have to put new strings on, or 2. Because remember, I did all my guitar strings over the past couple of months, right? But anyway, yeah, so I didn't really get to play the things I wanted to play. The crowd, it wasn't much of a crowd, which it's kind of worked out in my favor because I didn't stay long. And I didn't bring my tuner with me to get into perfect pitch, which I probably could have done it by ear, but not while the people are there talking. Like, you need total silence to be able to do that. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Is what it is, right? So I was a little disappointed that I didn't give them at least a blues jam, you know, in proper tuning, right? Because I think Guitar Guy would have really enjoyed playing over this big black hole of an 8-string, right? Because people were fascinated. Oh, I got to hear that. Right? And then, yeah. The other thing I noticed is that guitar really sits in the background. You really got to pump the mids on it. It's not a volume thing. Like, I plugged it in, and that little amp, I call it the, what do I call it? I had a name for it last night. Like the little murderous bastard. I think that's what I call it. That 20 some odd, well, it's a 20-year-old amp. That Crane amp. It's like, I only had it at about a quarter volume last night. That's as loud as I could play it, and then people, well, that's too loud. And it's only 15 watts. Like, that amp is impressive. But it's not a volume thing with that. It wasn't a volume thing. It's just that guitar is so like lacks of mids. It's a death metal guitar, really, when you think about it, right? So it's meant for being heavily distorted and playing compressed. Like, there's almost like no mids in those pickups whatsoever, which means everything cuts above you. Like, you almost sit behind the bass in the background if you don't crank the mids, so you don't really get to hear it, which is fine if you don't know the song and you kind of want to hide behind the just try to be more background noise. But when you want to showboat, you gotta, you gotta pump the mids on it. So is that him? Nope. Oh, is that him? Nope. Looking for a black GMC. He has the Colorado, not the Canyon. But I think he only has the V6 as well, though. I don't know what the difference between the Colorado and the Canyon are. They look so similar. The Sierra, yeah, that's the big V8, but it's getting to the point now where they're like for the F-150, because they got rid of the Ford Ranger, which I don't know why they did that. They just made all F-150s, and they just give you four